What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be helping you guys in breaking down on how to build your own offer from scratch. If you are a beginner and you're looking into building your offer, you're looking into getting into the info space, the online space, and you want to learn what the ins and outs looks like when you want to build out your offer. Now, a quick disclaimer, I've been running my agency for 1.5 years now. I was an influencer back then for around 4 years, and I was able to do that, but practically influencing right now in 2026, it's not that you can't do it, but it's just very, very hard for you to get into that space. And so I made a lot of money from it. It was my full-time job for 4 years, and I noticed that there was so much more opportunities for people who wanted to start off from scratch on how to make money online through building offers. And so this is not how to land brand partnerships. This is not how to, become a viral influencer. It's about how to make impact in the online space. Especially as a believer, as a Christian, you want to be able to create impact in everything that you're doing. And so this video is going to be giving you guys a quick breakdown on how we were able to do that. And yeah, hopefully this can give you a better roadmap to, start your offer now, start building now, and hopefully start generating some sales while you're doing it. So number one, now breaking down the number one misconception that people think that just because I post, I'm going to be able to attract my ideal client, which that's not true at all. I've worked with people who have been posting for 2 years straight and all they've gained is 700 followers. Only 700 followers for 2 years, posting every single day, sometimes twice a day, just shows that whatever format that you were using when you were posting does not work. There is a structure, there is a way for you to post, and you have to be very clear on who you're trying to target and what exactly you're trying to do. What I've noticed with a lot of the people that I've worked with is that they're everywhere. They're all over the place with their content. They don't know exactly who they're trying to help and what they're trying to help them with. And so because they don't have a clear offer, their content is also all over the place. And so you have to find a structure. Understand that there is a certain way for you to post your content, especially for you who are trying to sell online. And sales plays a huge role when you start building your offers. Now, you don't have to be the greatest salesman, or you don't have to know all the ins and outs of sales, but you do have to know the core foundation of sales. And so when you are creating content, it has to be informational. It has to be a content that is going to relate with the individual you're trying to help. And so being clear with your offer and who you're trying to help and why is almost like your selling factor for why they should choose you instead of anyone else. And a lot of people have this misconception when they're building the offers or creating content to sell their offer, is that they think that they have to chase virality, or they can't, do videos that is very niched to what they're trying to do. You want to be very niche with your videos. You want to be very straightforward with who you're trying to help and why. But not only that, do not look for viral moments. Do not look for views, because that's going to kill your growth. That's going to absolutely kill your growth. If that's what you're chasing, trust me, you will attract that, but you will not attract no money, or you will not attract no real clients who actually want to work with you. And so I've noticed that a lot of people are chasing virality, and they want to have certain things in their videos, and they want to be all this and all that for people to look at them so they can actually make sales. That just proves that you don't know how to sell. That just proves that your product is actually not good. If you have to go overboard to be able to relate with people in a way that is unrealistic, then that means that your product or what you're selling is actually not that good. What it does is you attract low quality leads, and your closing rate will be to the floor, and the people that you're trying to help to build their offer will be absolutely trash. That is 100% the fact. And so you want people who are already pre-sold. You want people who are serious about what they want to buy from you, whatever it is that you're building. And so when you are building your offer, make sophisticated content that is speaking to the people that need help. Do not hold back or gatekeep the knowledge. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of people think that if I gatekeep everything and they can only get it when they pay me, that is the only route that I'm going to use. You're already cutting yourself off short. For example, take on Alex Hormozi. If you see his videos, most of his content is free. Now, am I saying to put all the sauce out there for free? Not necessarily, but do not gatekeep certain things if you know it's going to bless somebody or give them some type of resource or some type of leadway to understand or have a clear path on what exactly you're helping them with. And so I've noticed that the people who gatekeep the most are the ones who have the least to no lead flow of clients. The people who are informational, who are resourceful, who are valuable, are the ones who have people who are more serious to work with them. And once you get on a sales call with these individuals, they're already pre-sold. They've already been watching your content. They've already been keeping up with what you've been offering. And so they already know that at the right time, I am going to work with you. People think that the only way to make money online, like I said earlier, is you have to be an influencer, and that's that. I know people who have less than 3,000 followers clearing in 6 figures a month, and I know people who have millions of followers that have done $0 with their audience. And I can tell you straightforward, because I've worked with these individuals who have came to me because they have no type of leadway, or they have no type of understanding or knowledge of how to monetize their account with all these millions of followers that they got with becoming viral. And so we had to go restructure their offer, teach them what it is to sell, teach them how to structure it to actually get their viewers to become clients. We actually had to install sales teams, we had to install systems, and now some of these clients were producing 25K in the first month of just working with us, all because they just needed structure. Now you'll be surprised, a lot of the people who are famous and have a ton of followers, most of them are not making any money. And the reason why is because they think that virality is going to be forever. They did not take that viral moment and monetize themselves from it. They probably got money because of the views, but that doesn't even pay. I mean, like, virality is a killer, is a killer factor to what you're trying to build. What you want to do is build a community and be very niched on what you're building. If you're a fitness coach, let's say for example, and you want to help busy dads lose weight, well, you have to be specific. You cannot just be a fitness coach. You have to be a fitness coach and who are you helping? Because there's so many niches in the gym space or in the fitness world. This is just an example, but there's some people who want to go pro. There's some people who want to just lose weight and get lean. There's some people who are busy dads who don't have time to go to the gym, so they want to prioritize their diet more than anything. So it's like, who are you helping and what exactly you're gonna help them do? You have to be very clear with your offer. And when you have this offer being built out, doubling down on the content, doubling down on the knowledge that's in it, doubling down and speaking on these things is how you're gonna attract the right lead flow. And one of the most common denominators that a lot of people struggle with is the quality of lead flow. Even when you are running ads for your offer and you're trying to attract a new quality lead flow, that is where you struggle because you do not know how to structure your campaigns and what your campaigns are targeting to and who and what. And it's like, there's so many ins and outs when it comes to that, but I want to stick to primarily the beginners who are wanting to build their offer. You want to start posting content more than anything. Like, that's the most important thing. If you're not posting, you'll never attract no clients and you're never going to make any money. The Bible says, like, the lazy hands leads to mere poverty, but the diligent hands shall prosper. You have to be diligent in your work. If you're not diligent in your work, you're never going to get a client, you're never going to get results, and you're not going to get anywhere, absolutely anywhere. And so your offer has to be very tight, very nitpick, and it has to solve a problem. A lot of you have gone through something. A lot of you, let's say for example, were once overweight, for example, and you now lost weight. You know how to get from point A to point B. And so a lot of people may not want to learn from you because you know how to get from point A to point B. You did it for yourself. You wanted a calorie deficit, you did this, you tweaked that, you took your macros, whatever that looks like, and now you lost weight. You have a valuable resource that can be sellable. And as Christians, we have a lot of impact to be made for those people who want to work with Christians. You should understand that you do have something good to offer. You just have to learn that the consistency on what you're producing is going to lead you to building something good. But you have to be consistent with your offer. And so once you understand that your offer is being built out on a foundation and the principle of what you've done and what you can do for others, it's a lot easier to sell. And not only that, when I have clients coming to work with me and they are serious buyer, they're already pre-sold based on the content that I'm producing. That's what you want. The results is set out in stone. And so when I get on calls, most of the times, there's either one or two things. There's either clients who have already been watching my content and they already know that they want to work with me because of the content and the results that I produce for other people, or there's people who are looking to work and want to learn more in depth of what exactly is it that I can do for them based on building the offer from scratch. And so my goal is to make it as simple as possible, because this business model can absolutely change a lot. And not only would you be able to see results quicker than being an influencer, but you will see greater results and greater impact than being an influencer. Because influencers, it takes 3 to 4 years. Let's say, for example, if you are consistent, maybe 1.5 to 2 years, hopefully, to get your first paid gig, and it will obviously be low budget. And then from there, you climb your way up. But it takes a long time. If you build your own offer and you build a niche and you build a community, in the first 6 to 12 months, you can absolutely be doing this full time. But it all depends on your consistency and the implementation of what you're doing. And this is not a guarantee. This is not a guarantee you're going to make money and guarantee that you're going to do all these things. For everyone, it's different. For everything, it varies. But if you are looking to start your offer, understand that you want to be very, very clear on what you're building, having the roadmap, having the structure and the scheduling down pat. And understand that this is a longevity game. This is something that you have to look to want to help others in. If you're not looking to help them with their problems, then you have become someone who is a liability instead of an asset for these individuals. My goal is I want to help you make more money. I want to help you make more impact. If you're a business, you want to hire me to grow the business, but not only that, to structure it well. That is the essence of it all. You're not going to pay someone to not help you get to where you want to be. And so you should be in the same format when you are building your offer. And understand that once you have your offer cleared out and you have all these things structured, then there's levels to it where now you have to, train your sales teams, your setters, your closers to be a certain way. I think a lot of people get the misconception that they just hire just to hire, but they don't understand that the people you are hiring has to be aligned with what you're doing. And you also have to be serving these individuals in a way where they are also reaching their goals alongside with building and structuring what you're doing. The whole concept of being a leader is to be able to help those under you grow and, in the future become leaders by themselves. Is not to keep them where they are, but to also help them achieve their goals. And I think that's what has made it such a smooth process with us and who we've worked with, because, everyone in our team is just aligned. They're all going after it. They're all loving Jesus, and they're all willing to grow and learn in the business alongside of seeing themselves grow and potentially reaching new heights in their life and in their goals and in their plans. And so, but with this video, I wanted to keep it as simple as possible, just to give you a quick concept of understanding that the offer that you are building and the things that you want to help individuals with, whether that's a mentorship program or whether that's, e-product, or whether that's sales or whatever you want to do, can be done with the right implementation of systems. Everything takes systems. You just can't wing it, and hope that works. I promise you, I've gotten on multiple sales calls. I've worked with multiple people, and the one common denominator that I've noticed is that, number one, their mindset is not where it needs to be. So their self-belief is super lacking, and that's why they are where they are. Or number two, they think that they can get far without having structure, and that's the reason why they can't get far. And so you have to understand that it's one of those two things. It's either your mindset or your structure. And if it's those two, then that is probably why you're lacking. And so this is why I'm so adamant about Rise and what we are building, because we're setting up a community of Christian believers, kingdom builders who love business and love God, and are also looking to make an impact in the online space. And this is all believers. And so we set out all the roadmaps, we set out all the modules for anyone who is building out their offer in the online space. We did everything for them step by step, just so it can be a lot easier for those who are working with us to actually start reaching their goals. We're very, very intentional who we work with. We're very, very intentional on who we let on board. But the reason why we do that is because the resources are there. We just want to make sure that the people who grab it are the people with integrity. And so maybe this is you. Maybe you're looking into building an online offer. Maybe you're looking into getting into sales. Maybe you run an agency and you want to start branching off to now being more resourceful to some of your clients. So if that's you and you are a believer, you want to be a part of a community of kingdom builders, you want to learn the infrastructure, the systems, and everything that it takes for you to get to where you want to be, there's a link down below. Click it, book a call, and I would love to see if we can get on there. We go live every single week. I'm on those calls answering the members' questions. I'm messaging the members throughout the week. I'm speaking to my clients because I want to make sure that they reach their goals. And the goal is, if you get results, I'm satisfied. Implement that in your offer as well, because we've seen it work for us and it can potentially work for you. With that being said, guys, if you want a video going more in depth of what the next level looks like when building your offer, for those who already have an offer and you already have something that you are selling to your audience, and now you want to learn the infrastructure, how to train your setters, your closers, your ads, your funnels, everything that goes into the backend systems for building something out and scaling it past 20, 30K a month, or maybe if you're just at 5K a month looking to get to 10, 15, comment down below systems, and I would love to see if you guys are interested so I can create a video on that and go more in depth so you guys can have those resources and hopefully reach those record months. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you, love you all, and I will see you next time.